Welcome everyone. Creating a confident and credible image is the topic of the day. We'll understand how to build or improvise on our image, right? So let us commence with this particular presentation. The terms that we are going to go around it, look at the pic that I have for you, wherein a person is agitated and the other person being timid altogether, as in all the fault lies around it. So first and foremost thing, you need to understand person who is superior, person who is inferior, and it might be a complete case of just self-concept, self-confidence, and self-determination. You need to understand the very fact of self-concept, self-confidence, self-determination, and self-esteem. Here is what we are talking about, the image part. That is what we are going to create, a confident and a credible image. If you do not value yourself, probably you will not be able to have a wonderful image of yourself. For most and the first thing that you should always do is to love yourself, appreciate yourself, and then only the comes of the self responsibility is all about it. Let us understand what goes wrong with it, the anxiety, the attitude. What is it that we try to hide or concede? What is it that we try to aspire or desire? What is it that we look for doubt or probably do not understand, and what are the things that we are afraid of? And these are the terms that will define a confident and credible image. If you are anxious, if you have a problem with your attitude in the sense of positive and negative connotations, what is your desire, and so on and so forth, that needs to be taken care of. These are the fact that we need to dwell upon it. We need to build a resilience towards it. Let us understand the concept of concept. When your self concepts improves, your personality, your performances improves by leaps and bounds. It is the fact of respecting. Did I use the word loving yourself? Self concepts are aware of your own strength, your own weaknesses, your own limitation, and you are aware what length can you go forward. Believe in yourself and accept yourself. As your self concept increases, there will be less and definitely less of you to prove yourself. A person with a positive self image is pleasant, is secure, is content every time. Why? Because he knows the value of his worth. Having a positive self concept is the most important factor towards success. Remember, you need to believe in yourself. Until and unless you believe in yourself, success will not touch your feet. The moment success touches yourself, your feet, or embraces you, people will start showing respect to you. And this is how you become a leader. To gain respect, first respect yourself. First, love yourself. First, believe in yourself. So be more confident. Have believe in your ideas, skills, knowledge. The ability to capitalize on the opportunity is what is very important. Remember, this is very important. Remember, using mistakes as a learning experiences. People, in fact, any genuinely normal person would learn from their own mistake. But a person who wants to be successful would also learn from others' mistakes. So be dynamic, be interesting person, and definitely be focused on your goals. This is what we are looking into it. The positive self concept has its own reward. Being more emotional secure, this is what we are talking about it. Being more emotional secure, the ability to control your future. Your future is to create your circumstances rather than following a prey to the circumstances. If you don't plan for yourself, somebody else will plan for you. So that is the difference between a businessman, a successful, an entrepreneur, and an employee, a worker, a normal human being. So it is either you plan for yourself or someone else is going to be planning for yourself. And in someone else plans, you will never reach the epitome of success, because someone will always plan success for himself or herself only, and you become just a part of the plan. So the ability to cope up with success, the positive feeling for others is what we are looking into it. Being able to handle the challenges thereby. This is what is very important time and again. Self-concepts and conceit. This is the word. Conceit is where you like to hide your own feelings, your own worth. The primary difference is the excess in the conceit, British boastfulness and arrogant, wherein you need to understand your success might be at your feet doesn't mean that you have really achieved everything in your life, probably within your reference set of people's circumstances. The reference set, did I say, you might be doing wonderfully well, but overall there are many improvement that needs to be done, improved upon. So that is where we need to understand what needs to be hidden and what needs to be expressed vociferously. A person with positive self-concept does not brag at all. This is what we are talking. Or his voice, or his personal satisfaction, or his net worth at all at any point of time. Positive self-concept is all of this five ingredient. They are the self-esteem, self-image, self-confidence, self-determination, self-responsibilities is what we are looking towards it. These are the positive self-concept people belongs to. Let us understand self-esteem. Remember, it is just your feeling, how you feel about yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you accept the fact that the way you are is the right way to be? Perceive your worth altogether. Self-image relates to the self-acceptance and presenting yourself in a confident manner. This is what is all about it. Positive self-concept. A self-concept is being secure with your abilities, the opportunity to face newer challenges, newer things. Self-determination involves motivation from within. Motivation is the energy that allows you to meet new challenges, to be self-determined, to be in charge of your fate, as to whatever has to happen will be happening in the best possible fashion for you. The outcome should be in your favor no matter what. If and it will be always in your favor if you are duly motivated, if you are know the fact of your strength, of your weaknesses, if you are confident of yourself. Thinking positive itself wins half of your battle. So positivity is all what we are looking at. It is the responsibility to accept consequences. The consequences can be good, bad, ugly, or probably neutral. Doesn't make any change. You might have put in a tons of an effort, but probably the outcome is near zero. Absolutely, it might not have, the situation might not have changed at all, neither had improved or deteriorated. In fact, your net result of all the effort is zero. To be self-responsible, you must be resilient, ability to bounce back time and again. There are three types of factors that helps in self-concept. One being chronological. Chronological, which happens one by one, no matter what comes upon it. It states one by one, and it is without your intervention or with your intervention. This is what is going to happen. And then there are something called external, where somebody else, the external person, situation, perspective are poking it happening in your favor or against your favor. So that is what an external things is all about it. And then there is something called internal. Believe in your system, believe in your knowledge, believe in your skills that will actually move you to the helm of success. So there are three factors that affect self-concepts. One is chronological, wherein you have already experienced in your life what has actually happened. Then there is external. People might catapult you to the topmost position, or probably sham you to the downwards of the things. So that is what is the external things, and the internal factors is your orientation which you belong to have around it. So factors have it disrupting development of self-concept. Now remember, this is what we are looking into you. You are having all the negative connotation as in fear, doubt, anxiety. Remember, you are interacting, might be probably in your organization, in your family, in your workplace, in your society that we go around it, in your relationships. This is you, which is beyond the internal factor, and the chronological factors is whatever you have experienced till this point of time in your life. That is your childhood, adolescence, and adulthood that we talk around it. These are the external factors that comes across. Phrases, effective self-concept. Now these are the phrases that we speak. There is a narrative that is always going in our mind, wherein it says you can do anything and you are so lazy. Now which one does rings a bell in your mind? You need to tell me you are great or you are bad. Next time you'll do better, or what's wrong with you? You are a fast learner. You never learn. That is what the phrases that affect the narrative that is happening in your head between the 2 years. I know you did your best. Oh my God, it is all your fault. This is what we like to go around it. I like you just as you are. Why can't you become more like such and such things? These are the self-concepting phrase that comes around, which the narrative goes around in your head, which tells you and moves you to a behavior which you have done. So I have already said chronological development is nothing. It is just the sequential development which goes from childhood, adolescence, and adulthood, which you have undergone through it. You cannot go across with it. You cannot change it at all. So chronological, the self-concept is formed way back in the childhood, lays the foundation of attitudes toward work, towards future success and ability. Adolescence development involves comparing yourself to others as you mature. When you reach adulthood, your self-concept has been formed by past experiences. External factors affecting self-concepts include family, include relationships, include schools, include work, and social activities. Social activities are the community that we interact with, the work, the office that we work around it, the school, your friends that we are looking into it, the relationship probably with your partner that we are building, with your parents that we are building, with the spouses we are building, with your children that we are building, and that is what is the construct of a family is also. So these are the external factor that comes in your mind, which is definitely of much importance level. So external factors, the home environment plays an important role. Yes, definitely yes, is the type of environment that you are basically thriving upon it. Contacts outside the family provides a network of past, of future, and definitely of present relationship. Schools where you spend a majority of time, almost all of us have spent 12 to 15 years in a school, right? Probably in the age of 15, 5 to 20. The world of work provides you an opportunity for displaying of the self-concept that comes around it. This is what we are looking at all in the first place, and as in external factors are concerned, play the role. We'll talk about the internalizations or the thought processes that comes around it. It is always the self-doubt, the fear, the anxiety the person uh, probably cultivates, probably builds, probably negates, probably ignores. If you can ignore these three: fear, doubt, anxiety, you become a self-confident person. But if you cultivate, if you culture them same, if you keep on harpering on these thoughts, probably you will be doubting on your self-confidence. It is going to hammer your self-confidence down to a level. So specific internalization factors that affect self-concept are the fears and the doubts that comes around here. So this is what we will be talking around here, right? So internal factors, fear is one of the basic emotion. It causes overwhelming of the awareness of danger. The doubt is a state of questioning our ability to learn, think, and accomplish and succeed. This is what we need to understand. What is your doubt? What is your fear? Fear, one of the very basic emotions, as in what will happen in case if you fail. Doubt is whether you will be able to accomplish or not. Anxiety being uncomfortable feeling with uneasiness about the solution or a event sometime refers to our having butterflies. So this is what we are talking around here. So develop a positive self-image. There are three areas that can develop a positive self-image. Restore a nurture a healthy self-concept, developed a positive desire to change and create the proper attitude, establish goals, take action. This is what we are looking into it. How do we develop a positive self-image per se? We need to understand if we have to have a positive image, we need to build a healthy self-concept. Now, you can only control the future, you can only control the future when you can have a proper understanding of the present. But if you keep on hampering, harpering, or contemplating on the past, nothing is going to happen. In fact, your past doldrums will be ruining your present and definitely will not impacting in your future in a positive fashion. Examples of how to practice a healthy self-concept is to accept the limitation. This is what we keep on telling it. Making a list of talents, making decisions for yourself, learning from successes, learning from failures. This is what we are talking around it. Finishing every job that has been started, no matter whether you are successful or not, always try to culminate a job to the end altogether. This will never dent your self-confidence per se. So develop a positive desire to change. What is it? A desire is a wish to craving for something, always aspire something higher, Achilles, something better, something which you've not done forward to. Come with those factors time and again. Attitude is a state of mind with respect of feelings, with respect of beliefs, or with respect of outlook on an event. An attitude can be positive, an attitude can be negative. Remember, try to maintain the desired attitude, and I am sure that most of you would aspire to be a positive person in your life. Beware of the attitude with whom you associate. Now is the time you should decide upon your colleagues, your associates, your workmates, your community people with whom you interact. If they are having a negative connotations in their attitude, try to dissociate yourself from them. Try to be associated with persons who are with full of life, with a full of hopes in their attitude. You remember, you are the only person who can determine your own attitude per se. So establish a goal. A person must develop a purpose or a direction to the establishment of goals. Goals might be short, medium, or extremely long term, but remember, goals should always be lofty. Lofty goals, when I say, should be a little beyond your reach and definitely can be attained. Remember, talking about goals, goals should always be smart way. Smart is all about SMART, being specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Define goals. This is what I've been trying to tell about you. Be realistic, make an agenda, be open to adjustment and reward when finished. So, without everything, what you have done, what you have learned, but if you're not putting them into action, how can you reap your reward? Remember, without action, you are all good for nothing. It is all intentions good. There nothing, there are no changes in your improvement, in your circumstances. Sometimes the hardest step is to achieve because it requires both physical and cognitive energies. This is what we talk about it. When you take action, you become vulnerable to both external and internal factors that affect the self concept. So try and take action. Describe someone with a positive self image or self concept. A positive orientation is a thing wherein a person does not worry about the past failures. Remember, past failures are behind, and a positive person will always be future oriented, copes well with the life's problem, deals with emotion, doesn't affect their action, helps others as accept help from themselves, accept people as unique individual, exhibit a variety of self-confident behavior that comes around it. So we do a lot of things: help others, accept help from others, deal with emotions, cope with life problems, and so on and so forth. Presenting a positive self-concept is smile, have a neat appearances and attire, be polite, be considerate, be an active listener, take pride in our work, have independence, make the best of every situation, make a wise decision. This is a positive self-concept that we go around it. Foremost thing is smile. Foremost thing is being polite, being an active listener, be proud of whatever you are all about it. Look for independence and never be dependent. Make the best of the situation. Make wise decision. So let us understand. Look at the pic that we gave around it. A bright and alert eye. See what a positive self concept is all about. It. Relaxed face, natural color. Do not be morose. Do not be tense. No matter how turmoil, whatever the degree of turmoil that is going within you, always put forward a relaxed face, hold your chin high, relaxed jaw, erect shoulders, relax, be graceful, hand movement, a purposeful walk that comes around it. Increase the concept of others is one thing which we go about it. This is the only way you can be creating a confident and a credible image. This is where good leaders bring in the best of the other people. This include a positive self-concept. Remember, by raising your own self-esteem, you increase the level of others who are within the vicinity of yourself, and that is what we look to go forward as an improving leaders, as an improvising person. Always have the rub effect that goes around it. Give people the opportunity to practice self responsibility. Praise them in public, and always correct them in private. Always maintain, ensure that the dignity of a person is never hampered with. Assign tasks slightly beyond their known capabilities. Did I say keep a lofty goal, a goal which will be just beyond your helm of affairs, and I'm sure you're going to achieve your goals. So assign tasks similarly beyond their known capabilities. View problem as challenges. View problem as opportunities and never as a hindrances. If you err, remember, if you make a mistake dealing with someone, admit it, apologizes. Basically, we are all prone to making errors. Nobody in this world can say that they have done all the things every of the time correctly. Support the talented non-team player also. With this, I come to an end of this presentation of creating a confident and credible image. Thank you for watching this video.